Speaking of Cheesecake Factory menu, I'm barely here.
Yes.
Because I'm dealing with a raging case of salmonella.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I got the Thanksgiving salmonella.
Yeah.
The old, the gift that keeps on giving, if you will, Chrissy.
It does. It does. Yes, it does.
I have never in my life.
Out of both ends.
Have you ever had food poisoning?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not fun at all.
I thought.
You just want to die.
I just want to die. I honestly do.
Crawl in a hole.
I've lost 9 pounds and 8 pounds in 3 days. It's unbelievable, actually, how much weight I've lost. Hey, this is a great diet. I look great. Don't I look great?
You look fantastic.
Besides the pale lips.
Pecan color to your face.
Gotta do the commercial break. My wife's like, take a day off. And I'm like, give the people what they want. She's like, what people? What people? What are you talking about? You're so silly. So we're back from the Thanksgiving break.
Yes.
Chrissy and I went to our collective, our individual family. Respective. Thank you. You're going to have to help me along here today.
I will.
Yeah. Our respective families. And I went, it's hard to say exactly what happened. And I'm not pointing any fingers. I don't know. No one knows. But on Thursday night, Astrid got sick. And she ended up, not feeling well when we were over at my dad's house. Mm-hmm. On Friday night, we had come home, and early on Saturday morning, like 2 o'clock in the morning, I went to bed at midnight. I felt perfectly fine. Was in here in the studio, was doing work. I was fine. Went to bed, watched a movie, woke up 2 hours later, and Chrissy, I was shaking violently. And I thought, this is it. I got the vid. The vid. I'm sitting on the toilet taking COVID at home. I'm like, do I stick it up my ass? I don't know. What do I do?
That's what they did in China, right?
I know. They were doing ass tests. They were drive-through ass tests.
Yes. You just stick your ass out the window.
Just stick your ass out the window, and they literally say, pucker up, buttercup. I literally was taking tests in the bathroom, and it came up negative, and so we got to the bottom of it when I went to the emergency clinic on my Thanksgiving weekend to figure out that I had a raging case of food poisoning, and here I am.
I bet it's more common than you think,
That's what the doctor said.
Yeah.
She said that
Makes sense.
She said
There's
she's already seen 5
by a lot
cases.
of people that are bringing stuff, and
it's a lot of commingling of foods. It's a lot of making a lot of different types of foods, probably using some of the same utensils to serve and to cook those foods.
Maybe,
and just the general bad hygiene of everybody involved.
Yes.
My son I'm going to talk about my son so I don't give him therapy later on down the life. But someone that I know went to the bathroom. I was off looking for wipies, and I came out, and he's just running with his pants up, and I was like, "Oh, Matty, you did it yourself." And then he lifted up his hand, and he had a dirty toilet paper in his hand.
That's
he made an effort.
He did make an effort.
He made an effort as his fingers were breaking through the toilet paper. I guess that's how he felt he needed to do it. So we're here, and you should thank me. You can write me letters and cards and tell me to get well when I end up in the hospital getting IV fluids because I'm here doing the fucking commercial break while I have a raging case of salmonella.
I know, you should have told me.
I did tell you.
No, you did not tell me.
Well, I guess I told you right before we started.
I was like, what?
She's texting me, and I debated whether to tell her.
We could have postponed.
We could have postponed, but then we don't give the people what they want, which is more horrible improv comedy.
Right.
1 hour at a time. It stands to reason that we have 67 episodes that are unused in that fucking storage unit, in that server that we have.
The cloud?
We're going to have to pull one out at some point and just use it. I'm just going to have to break glass in case of emergency and give you some of the shittiest
67?
No, there's about 22, I think. 22 dead episodes. One of these, I might release them as an NFT. Yeah, the lost episodes. Release them as a package of NFTs and see if anybody buys it.
Slice them and dice them.
Yeah, I'm ready to get into the NFT game. I actually think it's really cool. I think it's a good idea that we could raise money for charity.
Yes.
That way we could give away exclusive or sell exclusive content to people.
And by charity, do you mean us?
My dogs. Find a home for Blue.
And Nico.
That fucking dog would not shut up this morning. I'm fucking sick as a dog. And no pun intended. Sick as a dog. I'm trying to lay there and get some extra Z's, right? And the dog is, the nails on the fucking
Tap, tap,
hardwood.
tap, tap,
Yeah,
tap,
tap, tap, tap, tap, click, 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 clack, 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 clack. She's running around in circles because she's too fat to jump up on this little couch that we have for her. She's too fat. Now she's reached that point where there's like critical mass. Her fat ass can't make it all the way up there, so she just flops down. So rather than try, now she's scared to. So what she'll do is she'll back up, she'll run in circles, she'll back up, and then she'll go real
like
fast.
a running start.
And then just stop. Then she'll do it again. And she does this over and over and over again, obsessively, like an OCD dog, which she is. And it drives me crazy. So finally I get out of the bed. Fuck it. Whoa, God damn it. Yelling at my kids must think that I'm like the worst human being in the world because me and Blue, all we do is yell at each other. Blue sits around and barks at me all day long and I bark back. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. Stop that. So bad. I'm so bad. And when I'm sick, I'm a big fucking baby.
Well, that's the way it goes.
Isn't that the way that men are?
It is.
Is Jeff a big baby when he gets sick?
Yeah.
Yeah. And does he get like fussy angry or does he just get like needy?
Yeah, it's
both.
It's more needy, I think.
It's more needy?
You know, just and I want to help too. So I'm trying to help and he's sick and yeah.
I don't know what it is about men. I don't know what it is. But we won't tell you we're sick until we're actually dead sick. But then once we get to the point where we tell you we're sick, we're going to milk it for everything that it's worth. Now you're our mommy all of a sudden, right?
Yes.
We don't want to take any of your advice. Honey, go eat some saltines. I can't. I don't want to eat any saltines.
I was trying to do it to you.
I know. And I was just like,
you need the Lipton noodle soup and some saltines and a Sprite.
Nah.
That
nah. I don't want
Bryan.
I'm just going to shit it out anyway.
But you need something in your stomach.
I don't want anything in my stomach. We're so bad. It's just every time I get sick, I feel for Astrid because I know that I'm going to act like a fucking 2-year-old child. And I wish that I could control myself, but I can't because when I'm sick, I have no control over my own neediness or my own fussiness. And so Astrid, I'm here last night doing some work that I got to get done. And Astrid's like, you should come to bed. I got to finish this work. You can finish the work later. I can't finish the work later. I got to do the work now. Well, at least you should drink some Sprite. I don't want Sprite. Sprite doesn't feel good in my stomach. Well, then at least you should take some. I don't want to. Astrid's like, please, listen to what I have to say.
I know. At some point, you just throw your hands up at me and Astrid, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's, fine.
Fine, fuck you.
Just feel bad.
I die
Lay
on the
in
couch.
a corner.
Yeah. Fine, die of salmonella there in your little podcast studio.
I'm not going to,
Oh my God, it's so bad. Well, I'm sorry. And, I'm sorry to all the women in my life who I've made miserable across the years with that one time they got a flu. You know what Dr. Phil says? I don't listen to a lot of what Dr. Phil says. Speaking of Dr. Phil, I want to get to something here in a second. But you know what Dr. Phil says?
What?
Dr. Phil says if you want to test a relationship, spend a week with someone when they have the flu. And I think that's 100% true.
Yeah.
You want to find somebody at their worst when they have the flu.
Yeah, but you can't predict the test. Let's go be around somebody who's got the flu and try and get it and test ourselves.
Yeah. No, that's true. You can't actually do that, but
but it is a test when it happens.
We could have flu Tinder. Like when people get the flu, then you just match them up then, right? Flu Tinder.